Travel nursing has so many amazing benefits. You get to travel, you get to go to work and not have to deal with office politics. You can take as much time off as you want in between contracts. And then, of course, there's the pay. The pay is pretty nice. Even with all of these fantastic benefits, I left travel nursing. I know, right? Was it a mistake? Do I regret it? What else can I do besides travel nursing or working bedside in the nursing field? Is the grass really greener? Stay tuned. We're going to talk about it. Welcome back to the channel. As you know, I am a nurse and my family and I have traveled all over the country in our RV for over 5 years. But as I mentioned in the beginning, I recently left travel nursing. I have here today my friend Carolyn with Diary of a Family, another former travel nurse. So you're going to get two perspectives, two opinions on whether or not leaving travel nursing was a benefit or a drawback.
It's really funny because the last time we did a video together, we were still both travel nurses.
We were.
It's been a long time.
Absolutely. Yes, we took contracts together in Reno, Nevada, and we did talk about that hospital. So if you would like to see that review, make sure you click right up here. So first things first, let's jump right in and let's talk about how long we have each been nurses and what our particular specialties were. I'll let you go first, Carolyn.
All right. Well, I have been a nurse for 11 years, as long as my daughter has been on Earth. And my specialty was med-surg, med-tele.
I have been a nurse for 10 years now. I like to say I'm a jack of all trades nurse. I have done everything from med-surg to ICU and in between. But I must say cardiac nursing is my favorite. That's my heart. Haha. And that would be my specialty. So now we're going to talk about how long we have been travel nursing and what made us choose to jump into travel nursing.
Oh, that's a good one. So I've been travel nursing for, I think it was 3 years. I'm going to say 3 years. Starting in 2019. And yeah, what caused us to decide to do travel nursing is we wanted to get on the road, and my husband said, well, you can nurse on the road. Let's do these travel contracts so we can sell our house and move into an RV and see the nation. So that is what made me jump in the first time.
And for the record, for those of you who do not know, it's not just Carolyn and her husband. They travel with their 3 children. So they are a travel nurse family as well. Yes. So that's a big jump, a big commitment when you're talking about uprooting everything you know and hitting the road.
And selling everything that you own, basically.
And most travel nurses don't necessarily do that. They don't sell the house and everything they own, buy an RV and hit the road. There's so many different ways you can travel nurse. We just happened to pick the same style. We said if we're going to do it,
we might as well do it all the way.
That's right. And really, for us as a family, the most affordable way we could think of to do this lifestyle was RVing.
Yes, it does save you quite a lot on the rentals, because renting a house for your family and moving them there for the duration of the contract can get pricey.
Yes, and your agency will only pay for you for a single room dwelling. So that's important to note. Yeah.
Stuff.
So I have been a travel nurse for 6 years. I did local contracts at first to make sure I enjoyed it before I decided to take the whole family on the road with me as well.
Such a smart idea.
So altogether, like physically traveling long distances with my family, we did that for a total of 5 years. And it's kind of a similar situation. We moved across the country. Didn't like where we moved to, came back home to the Midwest, and it no longer felt like home, and we still had that travel bug. So we thought, we're young, we're healthy, let's go ahead and let's go for it. We have a way to make money and see the world. Win-win. So travel nursing was the perfect fit for us. We both travel nursed for several years, and most nurses, when they get into this field, take an average of 8 contracts. So we both were in it for quite a long while.
Yeah.
We're above average.
Me just a little. You went 2 years further.
Yeah, I'm crazy. But why did we choose to leave travel nursing? Carolyn?
We had come to the decision that I had been overworking myself and that I was a little bit burnt out. And my husband had been staying at home with the kids and had been trying to start a business and was only able to do it very part-time while I was working. So to allow him to kind of start working on this business and feeling like the breadwinner again, we decided that we would go ahead and switch roles. Our main purpose for doing this is because we wanted to travel more. Can you imagine that? What? You're already traveling. Why do you want to travel? What do you mean by traveling more? So a contract will get you into a location for 2 months, 3 months, maybe even 6 months, depending on what length of contract you take. And it was getting very tiring to sit in a place for 3 months at a time and then travel and not see much between because you're going to the next contract. We wanted to do more of the stay in a place a week or 2 and then move on. And that's hard to do. So my husband had a job that he wanted to do that works with that lifestyle, and we're going to switch.
I decided to leave travel nursing for very similar reasons. I felt the burnout. COVID was so
stinks.
hard on everybody at the bedside. And I've been in healthcare for 17 years. You know, I was a CNA before I became a nurse, and I just needed a break. I kind of feel I was actually kind of forced to take a break. I was on contract in Colorado, and I developed really bad vertigo and altitude sickness.
Oh, dear.
So I couldn't get up and walk around without feeling like I was going to topple over. So there was no way I could take care of patients. So my hunt began trying to figure out a different way to still be a nurse and take a break from the hospital. So that is where my travel nursing journey ended. Well, we've both left travel nursing. Was it a mistake? Should we have stayed in? What say you, Miss Carolyn?
Should I have stayed in? My mental health needed the break, and it was the right time. My kids have said they love me being at home, even though sometimes we butt heads. I love educating too, and to be able to do the entire school year with them last year was like a dream. I mean, we went through our struggles, but it was like I could see them learning and growing. I mean, I could do that before too, but when my husband is teaching part of the time, I don't feel like I'm as connected. They get some of their lessons without me. So it's been very special. Do I have regrets? A little bit, in thinking about at some point my license will need to be renewed, and if I'm not working, it will go inactive. And knowing how much time and money and effort I put into that license, that's a hard thing. But I do need to realize that nursing is not who I am. So I have to get through that. It's emotional. Is it not?
Absolutely.
It is so emotional because it's almost like it has become a part of who you are, and yet it's just what you do. And you can do other things. So, oh, I'm tearing up. I'm sorry.
It's not an easy decision.
No.
You know, it's nursing for those who love it.
Heart and soul.
Absolutely. It's more than a paycheck.
It's knowing that you are changing lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I kind of have the same mindset. I don't regret leaving travel nursing for the sake of what it has done for my health. I mean, obviously, being able to leave the mountains helped me immediately physically. You know, the altitude sickness is gone. But The mental health has improved so much. I'm getting good quality sleep. I'm not snapping at my family as often. I'm not dreading going into work. I'm enjoying going into work. And I feel that vigor and zest for helping people renewed. And man, I didn't know I needed it, but it has been a blessing. Do I look at those contracts and look at the dollars and be like, man, think of all of the awesome things I could do with all that money?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
But money isn't everything, y'all. That's why we're here.
Right? That's why we chose travel lifestyle. It's not something that you do because you want to get rich. You actually lose a lot in the depreciation of your vehicles, in the possibility of accidents on the road, and then you've lost everything. We're not out here to get rich. We're out here to get rich with experiences.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
And friendships.
Yes. So now that we've left travel nursing, what are we doing now?
Oh, yeah. What are we doing? I am a full-time stay-at-home mom. I'm teaching my 3 children, kindergarten, 3rd, and 5th grade. We're having a lot of fun with that. I'm supporting my husband as he is building his business. And in July, I took on a little side business of my own. I am a health coach with a company. I will not speak the company's name. I'm sorry. But
you can message her if you want more details.
Yes. I love helping clients reach their health goals, especially when it is affecting their health because of their weight. And they have tried so many different options and programs, and each one has failed. And so now, instead of pushing pills and trying to educate as people are like leaving the hospital and 10 minutes later they're not going to remember, I have time to coach people into their wellness, where they're able to even sometimes be able to quit those blood pressure meds and live a healthier, happier life. The benefits to this is I can do it on my own time, whenever I want, and however much I want. Right now, I don't have very many clients because I'm not putting as much time into it. I have my kids and their schooling. But I can build this business as high as I want, and I'm hoping to affect many lives towards their healthy future.
As I explained before, I was in Colorado dealing with altitude sickness, so I was in no way, shape, or form able to work in a hospital, work in a clinic. So I jumped online and started looking at remote nursing jobs, and there are oodles and oodles of jobs. A lot of them are in like case management or utilization management or looking at review nursing, things like that. Many of them wanted experience or certifications that I didn't have. But this wonderful little nugget just fell into my lap. Thank you, Lord. So I have been doing remote triage nursing, and my company actually works with workman's compensation. So I'm creating workman's compensation reports in triaging injured workers, and I love it. I love it. I get breaks. Y'all. I get 3 totally uninterrupted breaks every single shift. If you're not in healthcare, you don't understand how big of a deal this is.
It's a huge deal.
Huge.
You eat breakfast at 6 a.m. before you go into work, and you don't get another break till 2 p.m.?
Right?
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, and you don't drink anything because you don't have time to pee.
Right.
That's the reality of healthcare. But I get to be healthier now because I can actually do what I need to do to make my body healthy. I can fuel it the right way, and I can take those breaks because you just need to check off mentally sometimes and just let the dust settle.
Exactly.
Of course, working from home means I'm not working, means I'm not walking the 5 miles a day, walking the hospital halls. And yes, it means you're tied to a desk, but I do not sit. I have a standing desk, I march in place, and then when I get those breaks, I actually go outside and I go for a walk. So I am still being healthy, but I get to go outside. I get fresh air. And the best part is we sold our secondary car. So we don't have a chase vehicle anymore because I don't gotta drive nowhere.
It's great. It saves. It saves on insurance. It saves on gas. It's so wonderful.
Absolutely. So there have been so many benefits to taking this job. I love it. We are both doing something very different than bedside nursing or travel nursing, but do we regret it? Would we ever go back to bedside or back to travel nursing? This one's tough for me. I have wanted to take care of people literally since I was 4 years old. Initially I wanted to be a doctor. Ugh, so glad this did not work out. But I love caring for people. It's what I am meant to do. It's what the good Lord put me on this earth to do. So I do miss the bedside sometimes. I miss that interaction with people. I miss getting to know them. I miss educating them and helping them understand their medical problem and their medications and empowering them to change their habits or to take responsibility so that they can take action and take charge of their health care. I do miss that. I don't miss all of the politics. I don't miss working 12, 14-hour days. I don't miss the back pain. But I don't know. I really like my new job. I think if I were forced to, if I lost this job, I think I would go back to nursing, but I don't think I would quit what I'm doing and go back now.
We have actually contemplated recently whether I should take a contract just to keep my license up. And I can see me doing that like once a year or every other year, doing a 3-month contract. It hasn't come about yet. Part of that is we got rid of our chase vehicle. So if we did that, Garrett would be stuck with the kids in camp, or they'd have to get up super early to drop me off at work. So I've actually called my recruiter and had a conversation within the last month and asking about what's happening in that marketplace and what's happening in hospitals with COVID and the COVID vaccine and things like that, things that would affect me. I do know I have to get my CPR and ACLS all recertified and, all that. But it is an option. I just don't know if I'm actually going to do it. Yeah. We are kind of liking how we're going right now.
Mm-hmm. So we talked about whether we would go back to travel nursing or bedside nursing, but would either of us totally quit nursing altogether? This one's easy for me. Like I mentioned in the previous answer, no. I love nursing. It's what I was meant to do. And I would find some way to help people as a nurse in some capacity. So whether that's going back to the bedside, whether it's working in a clinic, whether it is continuing to do telephone triage, whether it is being a community health nurse, giving vaccinations, or going back to school and getting my master's and educating. No matter where my life would take me, I know nursing is going to always be at the forefront of what I want to do because I love helping people.
That is to be seen. I still don't know exactly. I think emotionally I'm still attached. I think maybe as time goes on, the Lord willing, He's going to give us direction and I'll know if it's the right time. I do know that I like working for myself. I like this freedom that our family has now. Yeah. It's always in my back pocket. I can always, even if my license goes dormant, I don't know.
Right.
I can always take a refresher course and get it, re-upped so that I can take another job. But I don't know yet.
Yeah. So there you have it, y'all. Yes, we have been daring enough to leave travel nursing and all of the monetary benefits that come along with it. But in the end, do you think you made a mistake?
No.
Mm-mm.
No. It was right for our families, wasn't it?
Absolutely. It was the right time for us. And what's great about travel nursing is it's always going to be there.
Always.
We can always go back if that's something that we want to do or feel drawn to do. And the same can be for you. Just because you choose this doesn't mean you're stuck in it. And it doesn't mean you're stuck in bedside nursing either. There are plenty of other options out there. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, you've enjoyed this conversation, make sure you give the video a big old thumbs up. Make sure you also subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell. Anytime we release new videos or we go live, you will be notified. And leave a comment down below. Are you a nurse? Are you a travel nurse? Are you interested in travel nursing? What really spoke to you? Are you a consumer? Are you one of our patients out there? How does this make you feel? Knowing, nurses are going through these transitions. We want to know.
Let's have a and the burnout.
Yes.
It's bad. It's bad.
It is. So let's have a conversation. Drop your comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you, Carolyn, for coming on and sharing your thoughts with us today.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
Absolutely. You can check out Diary of a Family on all of the social medias. They are on Facebook. They are on Instagram. They are especially on YouTube. Have you dabbled in TikTok?
My husband, Garrett, has done it. I don't do TikTok.
They're on all the things. We will leave links to their socials in the description. I'm Natasha with Nursing Our Travel Bug.
And I'm Carolyn with Diary of a Family.
And we are encouraging you to nurse what makes you happy.
And live life intentionally.
Thanks for watching.